Welcome back to the Book Digest. Today we're diving into the core principles from Jim Afremow's The Champion's Mind. Now, you might hear a title like that and think it's just for pro athletes, but trust me, this is a powerful manual for anyone looking to unlock elite performance by mastering their mental game. Let's get right into it.
So here's our game plan. We'll explore this through 5 key ideas. We're going to start by redefining what a champion truly is, and then we'll unpack the essential mental toolkit they use. From there, we'll do a deep dive into mastering confidence and forging mental toughness, before we land on the final, absolutely crucial piece, the daily commitment to this mindset.
All right, first up, what actually makes a champion? You know, the entire foundation of this book rests on a really powerful shift in perspective. It suggests it's not about how many trophies you have, it's all about the constant pursuit of excellence.
Just let that sink in for a second. This definition is so powerful because it's incredibly inclusive. A champion isn't just the person who wins the gold medal. It's someone who refuses to accept the gap between their current ability and their potential. It's all about a commitment to your own personal best, which makes this whole philosophy relevant to every single one of us. And this leads right into the core idea of control. Champions, as it turns out, learn to shift their focus away from the outcomes, things that are often totally out of their hands, right? Like what the competition is doing or if it starts raining. Instead, they pour all of their energy into the process, the things they actually can control. We're talking their preparation, their effort, and maybe most importantly, how they respond when things go wrong.
Okay, so if that mindset is the what, the next logical question is, how? How do you actually do it? Well, this brings us to the mental skills toolkit, the practical, learnable tools you need to perform at your best.
Afremow's core argument is that mental skills are just like physical ones, they can be trained with deliberate practice. This toolkit includes everything from managing that voice in your head to using visualization to stay focused under pressure. The most important takeaway here is that these aren't some kind of innate gift. They are skills that literally anyone can develop.
So let's zoom in on one of the most critical skills in that whole toolkit, confidence. The book presents it not as just arrogance or, simple self-belief, but as something much more concrete and manageable. The book's definition here is so precise. Genuine confidence isn't just wishful thinking. It's an evidence-based belief that you've actually done the work and you have the skills to deploy when it counts. And here's the kicker. It's not about the absence of doubt, but about knowing you're prepared in spite of it. But here's the challenge. Confidence is fragile. We've all been there, right? One bad performance can trigger that wave of self-doubt, which makes you tense, which, you guessed it, leads to another bad performance. It's a classic vicious cycle, and learning how to interrupt it is a defining skill of a champion. So how do you break that cycle? Afremow offers 3 really actionable strategies. First, get your focus back on the process, not the result. Second, start evaluating yourself against your own standards, not what other people are doing. And third, actively build a mental library of your past successes that you can pull from when doubt starts creeping in.
This brings us to another critical concept, mental toughness. It's one of those phrases that gets thrown around a lot in performance, but it's often misunderstood. This is what keeps you in the game when everything is telling you to just stop.
The book offers a really powerful definition here. See, mental toughness isn't about just gritting your teeth or being emotionless. It's about being proactive. It's the ability to stay productively engaged with the task, even when you're tired, you're losing, or you're facing terrible conditions. It's an active skill. So, how do you build it? Afremow uses this fantastic metaphor, the inner strength bank account. Every single time you choose to do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it, you're making a deposit. And over time, those deposits compound into real, resilient mental toughness.
So, what's a practical technique for this? It's called the mental flush. When you make a mistake, you give yourself 3 seconds. That's it. 1, acknowledge it honestly. 2, physically or mentally flush it away. And 3, immediately refocus on the very next thing you have to do. You don't dwell, you don't ruminate, you just move on. Honestly, this is a total game changer.
And this brings us to the final crucial point. The champion's mind isn't some destination you arrive at. It's not a finish line you cross. It is a choice that you make over and over and over again every single day. This quote, it's from the book's Champion's Honor Pledge, and it perfectly summarizes the entire philosophy. Success becomes about the integrity of your effort.
It's about committing to your preparation and measuring yourself against your own potential, no matter what the scoreboard says.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this question. This book is just full of actionable advice, but knowledge is only potential power, right? The real change comes from practice. So, looking at this toolkit, what is the one mental skill you can commit to practicing this week?